Welcome to Slamfire Radio's episode 615. Today is July 23rd, 2025. I am one of your hosts, Kyle.
I'm another one of your hosts, Dustin.
Yeah, everyone else decided to take the night off. I think Adriel's going to join us here in a little bit. But yeah, so two of
Nobody
us for
else
now.
likes. Yeah, nobody else likes us. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm used to
Me too.
it. But why don't you get us started with what you did in guns?
What I did in guns. Okay, I did a little bit more on my MP7 at home project. I had a bit of a setback, kind of. Yeah, I didn't like. So I painted my test gun, which was one of my airsoft guns. I didn't like what I was getting. So I've been playing around because obviously I've been doing prop building and been playing around in the paint booth at work, just testing out some different ways of trying to get the finish that I'm trying to go for like a real weathered kind of cool finish. So I've been playing around a few techniques and I think I've got what I want. Like I might be brave enough to do it this week. We'll see. But I'm also supposed to go camping, so that may get pushed back a week. But yeah, so did that, which was fun. Cleaned off my reloading bench because I had like 4 non-gun related projects on my. I've got like a reloading L, like a nice bench, and then my actual press is, and it just goodness, it is really easy for projects to build up there. So I cleaned it. I was hoping to roll a little bit of ammo, and I kind of got myself all set up for it. And then, like 8 other things in the house needed my attention because I am house dad. And dude, I don't know what it is. Like as I get older, I have way less time than I did when I was younger, and just more responsible.
I feel that.
Yeah, I know, right? Um, yeah. Beyond that, I'm still trying to set up a week for all my coworkers and I to go shoot guns. We're talking more about it today, but trying to, wrangle 6 cats is that's a lot of cats. So yeah, that's mostly all I did. I feel like I did something else, but this week's kind of been a bit of a blur. So
I do know you tried to buy a shotgun, but then
that I knew that was the story. It's not in the notes. I didn't have time to put that in the notes. Okay. So obviously last week, I had talked about because we looked at that 12 gauge lever action shotgun. So cool, so cool. I still have it. I'm looking at it right now. This Edge Arms lever action shotgun in the rusted blue, super space cowboy realness. Takes the Daria mags too, which means anybody that has 10 or 15 or that sweet 30 round drum mag, you got a lot of ammo. Anyway, I went to my very favorite establishment, International Shooting Supplies in Surrey. Sponsor of the show. They're just awesome, and everybody should shop there.
They should be a sponsor of the show, though.
They should be. I got to hound Scott about that. But anyway, I went down there, and I knew because I pay attention to them on social media. They've been kind of trying to up their social media game in recent months just to stay afloat, honestly. Which has been working for them. Anyway, I've been paying attention. I guess Scott got like 6 of these things in. They apparently only made 40 of them. Apparently they were a limited run, just a test run, just to see, kind of gauge interest. So Scott brought in 6 of them because he didn't know if they were going to be good, going to be bad. In his words, he's like, I don't want something on my books if it ends up being crappy. Turns out they were really, really, really good. And for $630, that's wild. Like he said, the action was buttery smooth. So I guess they pre-sold or sold 4 of them online. And by the time I walked in, I walked into the store, called 11 o'clock on Thursday morning. So they've been open for an hour. And the other 2 are already gone. So I missed out on that. And, but I did have a good opportunity to chat with Scott for a little bit and beg him to demand more of them. So I watched him go into his office and write an email demanding that more of these be made because I need one, obviously. Although I'm willing to bet I won't get such a sweetheart $630 deal at wildly cheap. But yeah, so seems like more than just me thought this was a cool gun, and hopefully some more of them come in. I can't leave that store without buying something. I didn't buy a lot, but I did get myself a little magwell for my Glock 19 because I got them on my 17s, but I didn't have one on my 19s. So bought that and the mag and a little bit of ammo because you gotta shop where you spend your dollars where they count. And like I said, my favorite store. So that's my gun story. I came away without a gun. I checked the bank account before I left the house, though. I knew if they had that gun and he put it in my hand and it was in any way good, I was leaving with it. It wouldn't be the first short barrel shotgun he sold me, and it, probably wouldn't be the last either. So, yeah, so I did that. I didn't get a gun, sadly, and and then it's just been kind of a blur of work where. Deep in quite a big battle scene. So as I said, I've been building props for an army lately. What about you? What'd you get up to?
Well, I think I'm going to skip me and I'm going to ask Adriel. What Adriel got up to.
Jumps on.
Let's see. I did a PAL course. Did a little range visit. Took my son and nephew out to the range. Did the M1 Garand because he likes shooting it pretty much every time he's out here. So we took that out.
Nice.
Took out the Mosin, the 300 Blackout. We're not on YouTube, right?
Nope.
The bolt action shotgun. Finally got to shoot it. I like it. Now it doesn't feed 2 from the magazine. It'll feed 1 from the magazine. Doesn't like the second one. It doesn't really want to feed all the best. And the magazine itself is a real piece of crap. But it's a fun gun to shoot otherwise.
Yeah.
Light. Yeah, we're trying to shoot at 200. Slugs drop a lot by 200, especially low recoil slugs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't sell very good. No. Drop pretty good. The 300 Blackout, fantastic. Oh, with this 1X optic on here, hits out to 300, no problem. Believe it or not, even with that barrel.
Oh, I believe it. Do you? I mean, like it's made for short barrels, right? Do you roll your own ammo or?
Absolutely. Yeah. The supersonic stuff, no problem making hits. The subsonic, it's hard to make hits out because it's pretty slow. It's poking along pretty slow. And then I had this guy out here, which I think I showed a few weeks ago. This is that the Norinco Mauser, and it was probably the worst gun I've ever bought from new.
Really?
And that's saying a lot. I've bought a lot of guns.
Yeah.
It doesn't feed properly, so the magazine needs to be pressed in from the back in order for it to feed properly. So it's not fitted properly to the gun. And then the bolt itself is so rough. Like this thing needs some valve lapping compound on it and to be run back and forth like a couple 100 times because it is terrible. Not super great. And then on top of that, the front sight being canted a little bit off and, the hood and all that kind of stuff. So,
is that a future PAL gun then?
It doesn't feed.
Or is it so bad that it can't even be a PAL gun?
That's sad.
Well, it's new, so I'm going to try to get some warranty service out of it because the roughness of the bolt, I would work on that on my own. I'd get some valve lapping compound and just go after it. Now it would smooth out pretty quick. But the fail to feed anything is like, man, they didn't QC this thing, so I don't want to have to fix that.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Nothing to do with guns, but I'm now currently importing 2 GDMs. I'm going to take my left-hand car, sell it for quite frankly, too much is what I believe. But that's the going rate because I bought it pre-COVID. Essentially my rental rate on it has been very low. And I'm going to buy 2 GDMs for the same price. And both cars are going to be better than this one. Better quality, not newer, but better quality.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. And then this weekend, I think I'm going to go camping. I'm going to go do some camping out in the wilderness and maybe some shooting and, that kind of stuff. No PAL. This is weird. There's no PAL, no maple seed, no shooting match this weekend.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is crazy.
A real weekend. I'm still going to shoot. But
I'm picturing Adriel like sitting at the campsite like with like a couple of logs with faces drawn on them, like as he's like teaching the logs how to like safely load the. This is how we identify which ammunition. Like I'm just envisioning
logs. You got that wrong. No. Yeah, that's all I'm up to. I didn't know if I was gonna make it on today, but I made it.
Cool. Just in the nick of time.
Yeah. Right. Kyle, now is it your turn?
Sure. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've been on. Some stuff has happened. I went on a trip. Well, we did a road trip to Nationals. So like I was working on the road before and then prepping for the trip. So we got some upgrades to the truck. Not shooting related, but semi shooting related. Got one of those stainless steel canopies instead of just the open overlander rack, so we could actually have some security on the trip. Because
nice,
yeah, I can just lock that up, leave everything in the box of the truck. I gain storage with that, and then the security, so we can run into a store or something and not have to worry about belongings or shuffling stuff around.
Yeah,
and it worked out really good. So I was able to get the truck put back together for the trip. Just a cool 3,600 mile round trip. So we took our time going up and spent probably about 3 days in western South Dakota checking out all the cool stuff like Deadwood and Rushmore and everything. So, but then we got to Nationals. Well, I'll talk a little about a few stuff before. How much should I go into depth on Nationals? I think we decided we're gonna talk about that in the main topic. But,
yeah,
I guess leave it for the main topic.
Yeah, I guess. I did spend way too much money on this trip, but it's not going to show. But you were mentioning slugs. I got to start shopping or trying to really look for smaller stuff for mail ordering, because I was looking for slugs the entire drive up there. Stopped at Shields. I pretty much could not drive past the Cabela's or Bass Pro Shops or a Shields. And the slowest slug I could get was 1,560 feet per second for a 1 ounce slug.
Wow.
So that's what I used at the match. Because that's what I could find.
You wouldn't have to worry about drop as much.
No.
And actually, it apparently fixed the windage, because I was there was a paper target that was like, it should have been like, there was no question on it. And the shots were exactly where I held on the right edge of the paper. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not shooting left with this now. I did pick up some other things. So as I mentioned before, kind of working on a travel or match kit, like tool kit / cleaning kit. And with that, I need a nice small screwdriver kit, because I don't want to be digging out that big Wheeler master kit or whatever.
Yeah.
But I still want to be able to do everything. So I ended up picking up this Wheeler Space Saver screwdrivers kit. So,
oh, that's small.
Small. And honestly, I can do more with this kit than I can with that big Wheeler kit that I have.
Really? Does it have really good flats, like all those weird hollow ground?
It's got really good flats. It's got 8 metric hexes, 8 standard hexes, 8 Torx bits. So it goes from T6 all the way up to T25.
If only it had Robertson bits, it would be perfect.
When have you seen a Robertson bit on a gun?
All the time on Canadian guns.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've definitely seen
I can't say I've seen a Robertson bit on a gun. But
do you want to?
Yeah.
No. Actually, I still have my Robertson. I still have all my Robertson. I have Robertson hardware on my truck that every once in a while I throw one of them into a piece just to screw with people. But yeah, it's got your 4 different Phillips, 6 different flatheads. So like just with the hex and the Torx, you can do more with this little Space Saver screwdriver kit than you can with the big kit. So definitely happy with that.
Did you compare it to the Wera one? did I show you that Weir one when last time we were discussing gun kits?
I've seen the Weira stuff just as an electrician. Those are like electrician's tools, so they make some cool kits. But
I'm gonna find it.
Okay, I'll keep talking. For some reason, I can't find my hammer. I don't know where it is.
Your hammer,
like for punching pins
okay.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
I have hammers, but my nice fine gunsmithing hammer.
Copy that.
So couldn't find, but I ended up buying just the Real Avid acupunch kit.
Oh, nice.
It comes with 4 different heads for the hammer. The hammer itself is really nice, and then you can just thread off the ends, and so it's got a brass, a white rubber, black rubber, and then looks like a stainless steel head for that just threads onto the ends. And then punches, because I don't have enough punches as is. And
can I show you this Weira?
Yeah.
Set here. Okay, 1 second. That's the guy right there.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like that.
So it's got like the little ratcheting guy there, and it's got a couple of sockets. Yeah, whether you want imperial or metric, you can pick which one you want.
Okay.
And then a crap load of Phillips and hex and
nice,
that kind of stuff. And I mean, you could replace these. So if you find you don't need the
your
number
1/4-inch bit, so put what you want in there. Yeah.
Yep. And the PZ2, PZ3, throw those straight in the garbage because we don't use those anymore. I haven't used those for forever. I don't know why everyone keeps putting those in there. So it's probably just like, ooh, it's a 30-bit kit.
Yeah.
And like 5 of them are fucking PZs that you never use. Japanese fucking Phillips.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh, no worries. So now I'm still gonna have to buy another hammer. I saw one gunsmithing hammer and it was massive. I can't remember who made it, but it was like a real size hammer. I'm like, that's a little much. But I'm gonna owe Craig a bag because I tried his Savior. I showed this bag on stream before, but I decided I was gonna try it for what he was saying, and so this is now my cleaning / toolkit. I have all my different Real Avid toolkits and cleaning kits in here. I got a few spare parts, and yeah, so I'm gonna need to owe him something. These little 6x6 bags are awesome. I used a couple of them. I bought a new range bag as well, and I used a couple of them on the top, and they worked awesome. So I did buy the next step up on their Savior stuff, their range bag. It's a little smaller than like the 511 or the double tap range bag. It's got Velcro on top, so you can stick those 6x6s on top. I ended up putting just like a basic cleaning. I made a basic cleaning kit, put a little thing of lube in there, bore snake, some rags, some Q-tips. That's so just when I'm out on the stage, I have something quick that if I need to really just clean something up, it's whatever. Then the other one I actually used for like my smokes, my hat cam, car keys or whatever, just the normal stuff that you're always trying to find a pocket to put my watch in there. And so yeah, no, I really like that bag. It was like $120 for that bag.
Nice.
And it came with 3 pistol sleeves. So, and it's really stiff. So it worked out pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I spent way too much on the trip, but it wouldn't show it. But yeah, it was good. Shot Nationals. We're going to talk about in the main topic, just some quick things. Obviously, wish I shot better. There were some stupid mistakes there. I think I was looking today, and my pistol shooting was not there. I ended up having like 11 mics through the entire match, which, especially considering it's a hit factor match, that hurt.
Yeah.
Saturday, our long day, the last 2 stages, I ran past targets. I had 3 failure to engage targets. And those are I just that bugs me more than anything is running past targets, because of that's stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
I did do the what if thing, and if I wasn't dumb and didn't run past targets and I didn't miss targets, so I put Charlie's as my mics, it would have bumped me up 2 places to 8th. I ended up finishing 10th in tactical, would have bumped me up 2 places just hitting the targets and not running past targets, not even adjusting the times. So yeah, but we'll talk more about that in the main topic, because I do have some more takeaways and more stuff to say about Nationals. So
I'm looking forward to talking about that. It was fun watching the videos you shared.
yeah, and yeah, I will get more.
We'll talk more.
But yeah, we will move on. So upcoming events. Adriel, do you have Maple Seeds pulled up?
No, but I mean, yeah, they're coming up.
Yeah.
We have Maple Seeds. That's a thing that we do around here. What's this next weekend here? July 25th, 26th, North Peace Rod and Gun Club in Fort St. John. Rancho del Sol on July 28th. August 9th will be Blindman Valley in Rimbey. I'll be at that one. August 9th in Cornwall, Ontario. August 16th in Frontenac. And then August 23rd and 24th at Sherwood Park. And you can find out more and get those events at mapleseedrifleman.com.
Cool. You got any training courses coming up that you have spaces for?
Yeah. August 16th and 17th. The 16th is the non-restricted. That one's getting close to sold out. The restricted is on the Sunday. There are 0 spots sold for that one. I might cancel that one too.
Yeah.
September 13th and 14th, October 18th and 19th, and then October something. Oh, why is it not showing on the site? October 25th, I'm doing one in Bonnyville. I'm going to go out there again.
Okay, cool. Imagine there's still some Ontario Rifle Association events going on, so you can go to OntarioRifleAssociation.ca to see what they have going on. And yeah, 3-gun matches. There's some coming up. Chaz has just normal monthly on August 9th. They have Chaz Battle of Alberta, September 6th, 7th. Both of those are on Practice Score. Definitely Battle of Alberta. If you can go. That's always a great time. Sherwood Park Fish and Game has multi-gun on July 26th. I know that Peace River is doing one in August, and then the team match in October. So, and then that has passed, so I will not read that, and we'll get on to the news. Tony put something in here. No idea what it is.
Oh, sorry.
YouTube link.
Hornady 223 and 243 WSSM and 400 Legend.
Oh, okay.
I thought WSSM was dead.
Yeah.
I guess not.
I'm sure there's some people out there looking for it.
And I mean, 400 Legend, I think that's in some, like, that's a straight wall, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you.
400 Legend is a straight wall. Yeah. Primarily for deer hunting. There's some states where it's like you have to use a shotgun or a straight wall rifle cart.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to bring out like, oh, is that
okay,
so?
Then.
Well, there we go. That's your
Yeah.
350 Legend, 400 Legend. A bunch of these ones are coming from. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, the P320 just keeps getting knocked down. I guess U.S. Air Force has decided to stop using it for the time being.
Did you guys see why that story?
Yeah. Somebody got hurt.
So he pulled his holster off.
Yep.
With the QLS forks on it because it was a Safari Land.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled the holster and the gun off, put it down, and it shot him in the chest. Killed him.
Oh, really?
They killed him? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't actually. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So, and then SIG still wants to deny anything's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like it's probably parts QC, and they're just I don't know. Like, I don't know why they picked. Oh, I know why they picked it. There was some like cronyism or some backroom shit that went on to get that deal in. But they should have picked something better because that's a hammer fired gun that they forced it to become striker fired. And I mean, it's a cool gun, but it's not like it shouldn't have been something that they put into force like this.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was
like okay, put it into force, but then no, because right away there was issues with it. So They're just trying to brush them
always
under the
trying to
rug.
bring in the new hotness. They could have brought in the 80s Glock and it would have been fine.
Well, but like that was, I mean, like if you look at all of the tests, like all of the paperwork for all of the testing when the FBI was selecting like 40 Smith & Wesson, right? That was the exact same thing. It was very clear that it had been decided before any testing had been done that would be the cartridge that they were going to use. And then we'll do the testing and justify. Like you read through all the paperwork.
Most government.
It's all that way.
Like
it's
that.
all that way.
Yeah.
But still, like it's really set. I love the 320. I haven't managed to shoot myself with mine, but you know, like, man, I feel bad.
There's a lot of them out there, so there's probably like a probability thing in place here as well, where it's like most of the guns are fine, but every once in a while, this gun with this tolerance and this crappy mem part and this thing over here, and all of a sudden the striker can fall when you bump it.
Yeah,
there's like lots of other guns. In fact, I would actually say more of other guns than there are 320s out there that don't have that
definitely
issue.
more Glocks that don't.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I bet you I would actually hazard there's more MMPs out there than there are 320s.
Yeah.
Maybe before, but like so many police departments and the military adopted the P320. Like there's got to be a bunch of them out there now.
Yeah.
Well, and that also begs the question, because like it's actually the M18 that they've got the problem with, right? Like,
yeah,
and that makes you like, I haven't actually been able to get my 320 to, you know, go off when I didn't want it to. I whacked it with a hammer a whole bunch of times in a bunch of places, but I did. Well, you can't run around with a gun that like you can't trust.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're talking about servicing a massive government, multiple massive government orders, right? Like you said, it's almost certainly, you know, some piece that they farmed out somewhere to save a cent a gun, and it's going to cost them hundreds of millions of dollars and a reputation that'll take decades to rebuild. Ah, poor Sig.
Yep.
Yeah,
that it will.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, let's get on to new gun stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few things in here. Adriel, you got them pulled up, or?
I didn't actually add any.
You didn't?
I put here. Well, I didn't put the CGN one on. Excuse me. So
yeah, I guess I'll share my screen here.
If you want to share your screen, we can talk about them together. I can talk about the other two. This one I'm not actually. I'm gonna
Solely Outdoors has the Athlon Rangecraft for $585. So that's $200 cheaper than the Garmin, as the first commenter mentions.
That's a substantial savings, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how good it is, but that's kind of cool.
It's a very good savings.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
On the topic of good savings, if you like a Henry 22 pump action, they've got one for $719.95 at Firearms Outlet Canada. That's a really good deal. Like normally $900. I haven't seen one of these things sell for under $800 in forever. Like even CGN in the used market, I want one of these things because they're fun. But I don't know. I thought that was a good deal. I put that up because, like, you know, save $180 on a pretty reasonable little 22 Plinkster at this in this economy. That's a great deal.
Yeah,
and then I couldn't help myself. Cabela's had something that was ridiculous. So it's a lovely, ridiculous. Yeah, I don't really know what the use case is for this particular shotgun, and it's like it's not available everywhere. There's like limited or like back orderable, but it is a $300 short barrel pump action shotgun with the
detachable mag.
Yeah, with the detachable mag, and I'm just like, well, that's kind of ridiculous in a fun and wild way. So I thought I would share it. $300 for a toy. You know, everybody's got $300 for a toy. And if people use our Cabela's link, we can talk about it on the show at some future time in the next quarter.
Indeed, we could.
Yeah. So those are my findings. There's not tons and tons of new and exciting gun stuff for sale these days.
For Canadians, no.
I'm shocked.
No. Not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
we'll get on to the main topic. And we're figuring we'll just do a match review of the 2025 USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals.
Yes.
Is this your second time?
This is my second time. Yeah. Second time at the match. I think this is the third go for them up in Forest Lake. So, first off, improvement from last year. It ran on time, on schedule. No, your normal. Yeah, we got a little bit behind, but it wasn't massively backed up like last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
So, and there weren't any dumb stages. It was once again a hit factor match, which I do have I'm not a fan of multi-gun as hit factor.
Why not?
I believe it does change. I do feel like it changes the game in the placings, and also for reset. It does take more time for reset because you're having to go, instead of just looking
More
for
paper.
Yeah. You're having to mark down every single paper instead of yet neutralized or not. So, but with that said, they did a great job as always. They do a good job. They try. They have a great community up there, and they put their heart into the match and making sure it runs, and it ran smooth. I don't think I heard of any really bad calls, and they were, with the calls that were made that were arbitrated, they were extremely fair. I had a couple myself. So at the first stage, I just go on the arbitration side of things. I asked if I could dump my shell caddy because they had actually had an email where you couldn't dump certain things like a bipod or something like that. So that raised some questions. Okay, what about my shell caddy? I got to go prone here. I would really like to be able to ditch my shell caddy. So I got told yes first thing in the morning, of course, and fully expecting. So I went, did the stage, and so then that question came up. So they had to call a range master, and he said, "Yep, no, it's a loading device. You're good to go." And really good. I expected it on a later stage, one that I had shown you guys, and nothing was said. So that was cleared up right away. But like the range master knew the rule book. Like he had it. Like when we had a few arbitrations, on stage arbitrations, and where he would be called and he'd say, "Nope, as per this rule, this," or "Yeah, nope, there's that." I had one go my way on the first stage on Sunday, my second last stage, and clay wasn't reset. So I shot the stage poorly, had that in my back pocket, like, "Hey, what about that clay? You have it on video?" "Yes, I do." And it was immediate. Rangemaster came by. "Yep, no, mandatory reshoot." Didn't ask to see how I did or anything. He's like, "Yeah, no, clay wasn't reset. It's mandatory reset."
Didn't matter.
Nice.
Yeah. So they didn't have to fight real hard for anything or to make any case, and they were using video.
Yeah.
They were allowing video to be used. So, good things all around on that side of things. It's a 12-stage match, and except for 2 stages, I pretty much shot them in order. So, stage 1 was, we'll call it the long range stage. So they had a pistol section, start anywhere in the box. Both sides of the you had to go to both sides, which is good. Some shotgun with no shoots. So this being like a shotgun classifier year, it wasn't overused, but there was a lot more no shoots and tighter no shoots than normal, which was cool to see because you played with chokes a bit. But so did that. It was all 3 guns, and then you shot 3 targets at 140, 2 at 240, and 2 at 340. The ones at 240 were small. Like they might have been 2 MOA target.
Ooh.
And it was cool because you could dump your gun at each station, so you didn't have to run with your gun.
Nice.
And it wasn't bad. Like I said, my pistol shooting was not great. I picked up a no shoot on that one off the bat. They had basically the double stack with the no shoot just kind of in between. So I picked one up, dumped my shotgun caddy, and went prone. The prone for the long range actually went pretty decent for me, except for right off the bat. I got to figure this out because it went for the first, I want to say, at least 4 rounds, it went bolt action. I had to cycle every one and force my bolt forward. So, and I don't know what it is, if I need to go with a lighter bolt or what, because I mean, I got that unrivaled buffer in there, so I'm not shooting a super light buffer, and it's tuned up. And I had pulled the bolt out and cleaned it the night before, so I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't a bad stage. Stage 2 was another. Well, it was a rifle only stage, but 3 strings. So you had plates hanging at the first string. It was about 70 yards, 75 yards. Second string would have been about 65 yards, and the third string was about 55 yards. Really interesting short stage. And then you had 4 paper that you had to move maybe a meter either side to get them. So there was a little bit of movement and deciding how you're going to do that. And so it was interesting, cool little stage. My offhand was atrocious. And then with the weight of my rifle, it is a heavy rifle. By the end, like at the 55 yards, I was getting it, and then I just got hung up on the last target because I just got tired. So yeah. Stage 3 was one of my better stages. It was a shotgun pistol stage, 2-bay stage. So you had shotgun where basically they had, I don't know if it was an octagon or hexagon, basically a circle of fault lines, and you more or less had to go to most corners. You could do it in about 3 positions, and then you ran to the next bay and you had a bunch of paper and a couple poppers. And so I shot that one pretty clean. Well, I got lucky on that one because going into the last position, I had enough space where the shell hadn't actually kicked fully out of my tube. Mm-hmm. But on the walk / run up to the forward position, I was able to get that clear and throw a couple in because I only had 3 shots I had to take from that position and get up. So I didn't lose a lot on that one. Dumped my caddy and booked it to the next bay. And so, yeah, that one worked out. And I guess they were clearing my shotgun, and my follower got stuck like halfway up the tube. So it's like, I got lucky on that stage.
Oh, no kidding.
So I did
that's a death jam.
Yeah.
I'll be doing strangle loading after that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was one of my better stages. I ended up getting 5th in my division on that stage.
Nice.
And then last stage for Friday was stage 4. And I mean, it wasn't a long day. We started shooting at 2:00, and we started our last stage, I think it was like at 6:30. This was an all 3 gun stage. You had these skinny steel out at 60 yards. They almost look like bowling pins, and they're just flopper targets. And I was so glad that my offhand was better by then, because I didn't spend a lot of time. I think I might have only had 2 or 3 makeups on those, and they were super skinny. And good use. And you had to think, because over in the pistol section, way off to the side, they had more rifle that was kind of sprayed in there. So you had to pay attention to where all the targets were. Pistol, shotgun, slug option on paper, and then 2 steel out at 60 yards. That didn't go too horrible for me. I had to I loaded 4 slugs, had to load some more, but ended up burning 2 or 3 rounds. So yeah, and then you went some more steel paper. Nice flow to the steel paper, and all around decent stage. Like there was a lot of movement, and it was technical on the movement for pretty much every stage. Like there wasn't just go hose it. You had to come up with a plan and figure out where you were going to stand on pretty much all the stages. So first thing, Saturday morning, stage 6 was a bush run. So you started off, they had a pistol slug option paper, but there was no way you were going to do that with pistol, because your pistol you weren't doing until you were later on the stage. So at this match, you can hot reholster. So if you wanted to, off the start, draw, shoot that with your pistol, reholster, and then pick up your shotgun. I guess you could have done that. I don't think anyone in the entire match did that. But then you had a knockdown that triggered two clays, 3 clays on the run, and then you had a toaster with 6 standing steel for your shotgun. And then that was it. Pulled out your pistol, and you had a nice little bush run that you could just tear down shooting paper. And then ditch your rifle, and you had an unloaded rifle, and it probably about, it was 3.5 positions, because one of them was kind of like you shoot and you kind of move over and you would see another target. And yeah, it's hard to describe it, but that one was a running one. Like, that was definitely a running one. And yeah, decent start to the day. Stage 5 was a cluster. And notice I jumped there. Those are the 2 stages. I have it written down here in the order I shot them. That's the only one that's mixed up. So stage 5 was the second stage we shot. That one took some planning. Like, they had, what was it? They had like 7 different shooting areas set up on this stage.
What?
For all 3 guns. And you had to go everywhere multiple times. But, so, and it was open. Like, you could start with your pistol, you can start with your shotgun, you can start with your rifle, whatever you want to do. And so that took some effort to plan. But once you started breaking it down as to, okay, here's my rifle. This is where I need to be. This is where I have to be to do my rifle. You're able to start piecing it together, and it worked out. There was basically 2 plans that pretty much everybody did. So that one was definitely like footwork, knowing your targets, being able to quickly move to the next position, even if it was like 1.5 steps, and be there, not hunting. So I think I lost a little bit because I did hunt around a little bit on that one, but still overall not too bad on that one. That was a top 10 for me. That was a 9th place finish on that stage. Stage 7, that was a short one. That was a nice short one. Now I gotta remember what was stage 7. Oh yeah, so stage 7, you started with your shotgun. You had 2 clays on the left, 2 clays on the right, like, and then it like super short. And then you had a popper with a toaster and 6 standing steel through the end window, and it was maybe 12 feet long, deep. The stage, it was kind of like a mini shoot house kind of thing. Clear that, and then you had some rifle and pistol. There was a couple different plans on that, which was kind of interesting on such a small stage, the different plans I saw, and they, for the most part, most of them worked. So not a lot of movement on that one. It's just, actually, your transitions between platforms were huge on that one, because it was so short, and you're dumping into barrels and getting your next platform. So that would have been huge on that stage. Stage 8, this one was is my best stage of the match. It was another short one, L-shape shooting area, basically shotgun down, pistol back, or you could start either way. You could start up front, or you could start in the back, but either way, you had to transition that both times. So I opted to stay in the back, start in the back with my shotgun, and it was all clays except for a popper and with a toaster. So I decided to use my diffusion choke on that one, test it out on the popper, because the popper was only like 7 yards away. And it worked out, and what really worked on that one was shooting on the move. So I was able to just keep shooting with my shotgun on the move, get up front, get with the pistol, and pistol turned that into like 3 positions. I screwed up on that stage. So I ended up with after they moved limited into tactical, because there wasn't enough people in limited to make it a division, a recognized division, I got 4th. Before they did that, I had 3rd in tactical on that.
Oh.
But so at the end, they had a target with a no shoot in front of it. So typical, like, heads at like mid torso kind of thing. I could have been like that, yeah. And then 2 open targets. So okay, I get into position, take my slow shots on that one, and then take the other two. Called bad shot, swung back to that one, and we checked the shot timer. I spent 1.92 seconds analyzing that target on whether it had a hole, whether it was worth to take the shot at the end of the stage, and then breaking the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just, okay, I'm just going to call a bad shot and I'm going to shoot. So it worked out that basically, yeah, if I had not done that and just did my thing, and I'm extremely happy about this part, but it would have been with like half a second in Nils Jonathan.
Oh.
And yeah, and I guess the other guys are like, just rip it, because you could see it in the video. And looking over the gun, okay, yeah, I'll shoot now. But it still ended up being my best stage of the match. So stage 9. Sorry, they're all rolling together now. So stage 9, this one was bad because this was the second last stage of Saturday. And really bad because walking up, and Adam Reiser was there, and he comes walking up to me, just shaking his head, grinning. I'm like, okay, what did you do? Like, 2 steel back there. Never saw him. Didn't see him into my walkthrough. Never saw them. And I'm like, oh, ouch, that sucks, man. Like, holy cow. And they're wide open. And so, okay, I do my walkthrough. Yep. Okay, yeah, there's 2 poppers over there. There's 2 poppers over there. Had it in my stage plan, paper, popper, paper, popper, I go to shoot. Get to that window. Okay. Yeah, there's a little tight paper here. Paper. Move to the last position. Paper, end of stage.
Oh, no.
Tunnel vision. And, like, they're not hidden. They are right in front of you. Tunnel visioned on paper, left those same 2 poppers there. But so yeah, that one was I'm trying to remember now what that one was. That was a 3-gun stage. Yes, because you started off with your shotgun, worked up with your rifle, and a lot of moving parts, a lot of just moving around and figuring out the most efficient way to get through the stage. And some of them I just can't explain what they were. But yeah, no, there was lots of interesting stuff on that, and yeah, left 2 poppers there. And then stage 10, that one was, so a couple things went wrong on that, but it was basically you start with rifle on the table, mag inserted, empty chamber, bolt forward. Shotgun stage up ahead, pistols on your hip. And so, oh, right, got a rack. And so it did all right on that part of it after I loaded my rifle. Did decent. They had a swinger at probably about 40 to 50 yards for rifle. Did decent there. Then you run up, grab your shotgun. Yeah, that was a 2-gun stage, sorry. That was just your rifle, shotgun. And then you had like 3 positions with shotgun, really. Got to the last position and took the 5 right in front of me and forgot the one right off to my right. So yeah, ended Saturday off great with just running past 3 targets that I knew were there. They were in the plan. I practiced them, and yeah. Damn. But yeah, caught up with Reiser later on. I was like, yeah, so those 2 poppers, eh? Yeah. Sunday had 2 stages. So stage 11, talked about a little bit earlier, but that one was a fun one. Actually, all the stages were fun, but there were some that stood out. So with that one, start with your rifle in the middle of the back part of the stage, and you had to go to both places. There was 5 paper off the right, and then you had 2 up close on the left side, and then you had a little strafer and another one. Grab your shotgun, and at the back there was 6 steel, a popper with a thrower. Did pretty good at that. Take the first 2 slowly moving before they disappeared between the wall. Hit the activator, got the steel, got the aerial clay through the window. and then through. So on my first run, when you went to the left side to advance forward, you basically had a clay on the left, clay really close on the right, and then another one on the left before you got to your forward position. So I take the first clay, swing to the second clay, and it's not in the stand. I burn around and continue on. Okay. Shoot my pistol, almost forget 2 clays again. For some reason, this was a match to just get tunnel vision on paper, but I came back to them. Ended up pulling 3 mics on the pistol paper. And like I said, my pistol shooting was not up. It was just wasn't there all weekend. And so like I wasn't gonna say anything about the clay or anything. But yeah, so they came up. Oh, bought 3 mics. Oh, okay. We're gonna do anything? Because I was surprised that I wasn't stopped on the clay not being there. And I said, so we're gonna do anything about the clay that's not there? And I talked about it a little bit earlier. And but yeah, showed the video. Okay, get a reshoot. Cool. Well, it turned into a high pressure reshoot because the Ackleys and everybody showed up just in time. And I've been kind of at this point seeing the scores, and me and Mark are kind of tight, shoulder to shoulder. He's getting some stages. I'm getting some stages. I don't know how closely he's watching it. Probably fairly closely. I'm like, oh, great. I get to perform for this. So cool. I ended up, it was a good call. Like pushing for the reshoot because I shaved 9 seconds off that stage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went from 66 seconds to 57 seconds. I still did, because the one target that was giving me most of my grief was a tuxedo tucked beside a barrel at probably about, I want to say about 20, 25 yards. And I had a barrel strike on that. So I did pick up 1 mic, but I shaved 2 mics and 9 seconds off my time. And that ended up getting me a 6th place finish on that stage for the division.
Dude.
And I beat Mark by over 10 seconds on that stage. I was pretty happy. I did look. And the final stage was an all pistol stage, 65 round pistol stage.
Wow.
And basically
65.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know if I have mags for that.
Yeah, 65. Well, not in Canada, probably.
Easier
But,
for
yeah,
you, right?
like I loaned out a mag pouch to somebody, then that same guy was like, I'm gonna steal one of yours when it's my turn because I only brought 3 and I want at least 4 on my belt.
Yeah.
4 20+ round mags.
Yeah, right.
And once again, like all pistol, yeah, this one was full of options. It was on like kind of like a 360-degree bay, floating 180. If you were in this section, that was your 180. Then the front portion, that was your 180. And then the other side, that was your 180. Really cool stage. Love the stage. Really fun. So I decided to do, like, they had a skinny window up front with 6 poppers. You had to do a little bit of moving. And I'm going to get those out of the way. And then every other movement, I can just open up. I don't want to, if I can open up for a long distance, I'm much better than for like 3 steps, slow down, speed up, in my mind. Too many makeups and didn't adjust for it with my reloads. So just on the left side of the stage, I went dry twice.
Really?
Yeah. And like they had some long pistol shots on that one. And somehow, actually, this one, I actually came out clean. I didn't have any mics. I had some deltas on. I think I had 5 deltas on that stage. But, I mean, you run dry twice on a stage. It's going to hurt you. And they weren't the best hits, but I at least escaped some mics. One part on that, because when I went to the right-hand side of the bay, I tore over there, and I was gunning. Like, that side, okay, this is pretty straightforward. I'm back to my reload schedule now, so I'm good. Got back on track, and kind of had to slow down for 2 targets. And I was actually, when I posted video, when I was doing it, I was pretty happy because I basically did them on the move, turned back out of them. Got lucky because I broke the shot and I felt the fault line go past my foot as I stepped out and I was turning for the other ones. And then like right up to where there was another 25-yard pistol shot, basically kept flowing through the whole thing there. So like it felt good. I liked watching on video. Like, so that was a good takeaway for that one. Still wasn't a great stage for me just because of my hits, and got a little flustered. So I'm pretty sure I ate some time on that. But yeah, so overall, my offhand rifle sucked. I got to get better in the head because running past targets, like I mentioned earlier, I took the targets I ran past and the targets I missed, and it bumped me up 2 spots. So those are some big takeaways on that. So I got to figure out my mental thing for those long days, because we started at 8 a.m. and we ended our last stage at 5 p.m. So I mean, there's a long day of 3 guns, 6 stages, 6 good sized stages, but still got to get that together. And then my pistol, for some reason my pistol just was not there. Prize table, well, the goodie bag, so they basically, the top 25% overall were walking the table, but you still got a goodie bag, which can't complain, because I walked away with another D60.
Nice.
500 rounds of American Eagle 55 grain 223. $150 gift certificate for a shooting store, for like online sales, and a Briley match saver. So I mean, made the match fee back in just the goodie bag. So
yeah,
awesome prize table. They had some great sponsors at the match. They had their little beer and wing night Saturday night. Go chat with people, whatnot, and just overall, it was just. I didn't actually hear anything negative this year. I didn't hear about anybody being pissed off or had any major grievances. Everyone was genuinely, it seemed, happy about the match. And like I said, it ran good. If it's on your list or you're debating it, absolutely, they just keep getting better every year. Oh, I have one gripe. About the match. They didn't do the match t-shirts this year.
Oh.
And I like the match t-shirts. Yeah, I got get a little bit bigger wardrobe, so it's not just all match shirts, but because that's pretty much what my wardrobe is. But I need a new t-shirt. But no, that's my one gripe. Other than that, it was a great match, and I just gotta perform better. So
it looks like the facilities are phenomenal, and it looks like
it's interesting, because I think that could be something done with the schedule, but they basically, you're all done 2 zones of the match by Sunday. And then so it's like mostly everybody shooting the one area. So I think there was some stuff, because when we started on Friday at 2 o'clock, we were the first squad of the match to shoot stage 1.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, that's interesting. It works for them, but I think they could, I think the time frame could probably be compressed a little bit more, but they do run longer stages. Like, you're bank about an hour and a half, 2 hours to a stage, especially with our squad. I think we had like 15 people on our squad. It was a big squad, but everyone was there helping reset and everything. And it wasn't a super squad, but everyone was out resetting. And so if it's on your list, go, because it is a good time, and it's close to Canada, so it's a lot easier for people to go.
Also positive.
Now I am debating on when and if I'm making my move to modified.
Ooh.
Because I can see tactical becoming the next limited.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be a holdout and try and keep tactical alive, but I don't want to. And as much as I'd love to win a trophy, I don't want to win a trophy just because no one else is shooting it.
No, Tony wants to win that trophy.
Yeah. And I was getting bugged all weekend. It's like, you gotta come to modified. Well, a dot my pistol would be pretty nice.
Dude, legitimately, like, it just makes sense. The dot's so much better. So much better.
Yeah.
I disagree.
You're allowed to be wrong. Okay.
I am wrong. Wrong.
Yeah.
But I still disagree.
Yeah. But that's basically kind of what I got for Nationals. Do you guys have any questions regarding Nationals or anything?
So you had mentioned like you asked on the day if you could ditch your shot shell carrier.
Yep.
Had you kind of like pre-planned because it looked like it was on its own belt, hey?
Well, yeah. So I have, and you see on other stages, I had it on my ELS. So I have some caddies on ELS. I have a 12 and an 8 on ELS, and then I have Velcro for the shotgun belt, which has a seatbelt buckle on it. So I can grab it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Because you had that thing off so
we were
fast.
wondering what I was going to do with this bag a while back. This
You know.
is the shotgun bag. This is all my caddies in my belt. So yeah, this belt works really great for that. I did this in Texas on the last stage.
Yep.
And I did it on 2 stages this. So basically it's on me. I just click that and it pops out.
It was like watching it on the video, like I was like, oh, he's practiced that like a whole bunch.
It's just a seatbelt. Like,
well, I know.
Quite literally, it's just like that.
You were just very fluid with it, and then you ran like the wind, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, I did have practice on the previous stage because that was my 3rd stage of the day, and I did practice it a little bit, and there was some dirt, so I had to try and clean that out. Cause I don't know if this is going to work so well on the 1st stage, but it popped free, clear. But no, that email didn't come out that morning, and I was standing there, and because I had done it at Texas for that, I was like, because I wouldn't have asked, I would just boom done it.
Right.
But with that, I was like, oh, I better ask. Because yeah, they were getting on that, and yeah, it was totally cool. And so I think it's worth it as much as I'd like to have some bigger ones or variety in that kit. That means without having to remove clips and whatnot, it's basically you're doubling up on caddies. But I already have too many caddies for what I need.
Oh, I wanted to ask, just because it wasn't super clear in the video. Did you start dry on that stage, or was it like I don't know?
No. So on that stage, because in tactical you can only start with 9 in the gun.
You topped it up.
That's what you were doing.
And so
okay, yeah.
Because my first position had 8 shots.
Right.
I wanted and just for the ease, so that all my other positions, it's just load 4 or load 2, not do a load 8 in that short distance. I made the decision while my shotgun's down there to top up with another 4 rounds, then take those.
That's what you, because I was like, it looked like you did a quad load and then you lit off like at least 8 rounds, and I was like, was it? Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, yeah, I was curious about that.
Yeah, and but that was after I made that move. I had the makeup shot.
Right.
But that's what that was, just topping it up. And that's another thing with, if I go to modified, I can start with that tube full and ghost load. So I could start with 14 rounds in my gun in modified. I mean, all of a sudden, ghost loading matters again.
Yeah. More bullets, more better.
Yeah. But I don't know. I might still shoot tactical again next year. We'll see.
Okay, Tony.
No. Tell you what, you buy me the slide to put on my 2011 and I will go shoot modified.
Yes, I'm going to buy you the gun thing. Hey. He who gets to enjoy
no, not
all
the
of
gun,
the
just
things.
a slide so I can put the optic on there. Because that's really one of the big holdouts, because that's like a $500 slide.
Yeah. Oh, but then I can't get myself.
So I was looking today while I was waiting for a customer to get their stuff together to actually let me to work. And yeah, it was about $500 for me to get a slide to shoot modified with my DVC. So,
well, I mean, you're going to start getting no tax on your overtime anyway, so just put some of your overtime money towards it.
I have a feeling by that time that kicks in, I'll be moved over to salary.
Fair. Yeah, probably.
Or ICE will find you.
Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of traveling. Yeah.
I think you'll get by them. You look pretty American.
I was going to say, not exactly the droids they're looking for with the Cabela's hats and the
yeah. But no. Any other thoughts or questions on Nationals?
I feel like I had one more, but
is there anything that you saw that you'd steal for your own match if you were to put on a match?
Hmm. I mean, I've always wanted to do like a real big technical like memory stage or like really like stage 5. That was really cool. I don't know how a person plans that. Like, holy cow.
Mhm. Too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Like there wasn't like it was good. It was a bunch of new stuff. Like it didn't feel like, oh, I've shot this match before. But it's hard to put a finger on anything specific that they really did other than they just their stage planners put together a good combination of target layout and everything. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Oh, I did want to ask. So you had mentioned being able to reholster hot.
Yes.
And that's not super common even down there, hey?
No, it's not. And like there was one stage where there was actually a big debate on whether it was worth it. And it was when basically you ran up and you could actually it was stage 9 because it was the one I left the 2 poppers on. So you could run up, ditch your rifle, and right there you had a pistol target, so you could take that pistol paper with your pistol, reholster, grab your shotgun or grab your rifle, sorry, and continue on. And then once you're at that window, you didn't have to come back 15 feet to get that one. So I was listening to people work it out. It's probably not bad. If you can't shoot that target, reholster within 2 seconds, it wasn't probably going to be worth it. Some people, they decide to do that because they know they don't move fast. For me, I know I can be out of that pistol and in position pretty quickly. And it was open paper, so it's not like it was a partial or a no shoot right there. It was an open paper, so it was okay. All I have to do is get past this point, and I can see that paper.
Yeah.
And so yeah, for me, I didn't do it because I don't practice reholstering, so I was like, I'm gonna be slow AF at reholstering.
Yeah.
And I can move quick.
Yeah.
So other people like I know like Varric and Joe Farewell, a few people did try it, and I watched, and yeah, there was some smooth runs doing that, but you got to practice that.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. I mean, like you said, is it worth it? Probably not. Like, and worth it for like the opportunity for something to go wrong too. Like you said, if you've got to draw, hit the target, and then reholster inside of 2 seconds, there's a lot of
it's a high risk maneuver.
Yep.
It is a cool one. Like I was talking with Nils, and he's like, I don't think it was worth it because it's that cool factor. He's like, he was dead honest. It was cool. When do you do that in a match? It was cool. So it was cool. It's different. That's why I did it.
That's fair. I can respect that, being able to do it. So doing it just because you're able to do it.
It's Nils. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, nothing else. I guess we will get on with listener feedback.
Yeah.
No emails. I do see a note here from muted Adriel.
I forgot to mention it during the regular show, but I sold one of Tony's guns.
Oh, nice.
That's something I do.
Yeah.
Actually, service.
Yeah.
You've been known to sell a firearm or two in your time?
Of other people's? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for borrowing it. I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah. What gun? I don't know what you're talking about. No, someone was watching one of my videos and they're like, "Hey, you still got that?" I'm like, "Tony, you want to get rid of this thing?" Like, I don't know. Could you get this? I'm like, I'm gonna ask. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah. So it was actually a listener of the show that was interested in it.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. They had the Mossberg 308, and their wife they liked it, but they wanted something a little bit lower recoiling for their wife. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, the MVP.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I have that. I have the 308, but yeah, I don't know.
Sweet.
Yeah. Cool. So, do we have any YouTube?
We do have some YouTube. I got them pulled up here.
At least 2.
Yeah. We got 2 from Eddie.
Ah.
So, Dustin, gophers are squirrels. Richard, ground squirrels. So you have taken squirrels before. As for the resilience, my experience doing pest control on eastern gray squirrels is mixed. Some have dropped dead immediately from a gut shot, while others have taken 3 in the boiler room and are visibly leaking blood and still crawling up a tree.
That's my experience with them. They hang on.
Regarding the R9 FRT ban, yes, the liberals did say we have other options. Canadian innovation can overcome their last bans, and we can make new compliant firearms. But then they lied.
Yeah, then they banned them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Last comment, Tony. You have to get more experience hunting varminting. That thump on impact is very distinct and satisfying sound. Even with earplugs in, I heard the impact on a buck I bagged at over 200 yards. Traveling in the prairies is much quicker than across mountain regions. You should take advantage of that in your target shooting and hunting adventures. Yes, Tony needs to be more willing to drive more.
I agree. I mean, even though he's talking about just like traveling, but like driving in the prairies is much faster. Much faster. What speed limit? And definitely prefer gophers, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw lots of them that I wanted to draw on, but they were always in like national parks or monuments, and people around, they would have gotten excited.
Yeah, somebody wouldn't have been thrilled if you whipped out a gun and started shooting at them.
Yeah.
They look very cute too.
They do. Yeah.
Here, I still shoot them.
Let's see. We got a comment from Sporting Rifle from the beginning of the show. It's not metric and standard, it's metric and handicapped. So, yeah, okay. Nothing on Instagram. Discord has been busy lately, so if you want to see what's going on Discord, hop on over that. I might, once I get around to editing, we'll post links to match videos for the entire year once I get them all done.
We should do a match video show.
We need to do that as well.
Tony's got footage from the last Brimfire match because I took footage of him the whole time.
Nice.
So we'd be able to have him and my footage from that match. And I got a bunch of other matches I got footage from too.
Yeah, I got at least Superstition, Texas, and now Nationals. So
see, y'all should also edit some shorts, cut your bits out of the show, overlay them over your match videos.
Well, I record that and I post that in its own video.
All my stage runs are shorts.
Yeah, thank you. So glad I raced to get onto the show today.
I didn't see anything else. Sponsor links. We have links on our website to Cabela's and Brownell. So if you're shopping at either of those places online, just click the link and we'll get a little kickback. And eventually, once in a while, we do read those out and see what people are buying. Yes, and thank you to our supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to support us, you can find us on that platform. If you want to be and player as well. If you'd like to email the show, you can send your emails to slamfireradio@gmail.com and we will read them live on the air. Get to shoutouts and recommendations.
Not everything.
I will shout out Scott at International Shooting Supplies for sending an email begging for another one of my space cats. So
nice. I'm going to have a few shout outs. So I'm going to shout out Brent at Hammer Armament. He put us up for the night. We, second night on the drive, we went, visited him for the night, checking out the holster shop and everything. And yeah, let us sleep on his couch. That was awesome. I'd like to shout out everybody involved with Nationals: Adam Maxwell, Kevin Harrington, Chad Swartout. There's so many people put that match together and made sure it ran smoothly and effectively. So shout out to the whole crew there for another awesome match. And then shout out to Squad 10. Our squad, we had an awesome squad. It was a big squad and nobody had to holler for resetters a single time the entire weekend. So,
Nice.
and there was enough of us that on deck, you could sit there, or sorry, in the hole, you could stand back and get your stuff together instead of waiting until you're on deck. So that, like, there was no pressure that, oh, I have to be out there. Oh, yeah, load a mag. And everyone was just going out doing what they can. So huge shout out to that squad. It was an awesome squad to shoot with. So
Sounds great.
with that, we are going to sign off. So go join our Discord server. There's all sorts of stuff going on over there. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Player. Join the CCFR, and we will see you next week.
Later.
Hey.
Good night, Kelly.